So Matt, a 4-0 defeat to Wigan, what are your thoughts on that?
Look, we're in not a bit of pain, a lot of pain right now. Relatively bright start from both teams, and then set pieces, a couple of counter-attacks against, just totally derailed us. And then we saw a side to ourselves that we obviously didn't like, and we lost our understanding of the game. Even at half-time when we changed shape, we just couldn't quite connect the team to what was needed to give any element of control. We had no control in any unit or personnel or position on that pitch today. Credit to the opposition, but we were too far short. But not a timely reminder, but a reminder that this group will be fragile if we go behind at home. I think that was there for all to be seen. All to see, and then some of the mistakes were so, I say, uncharacteristic. We're still learning about this group, but the scoreline to finish with, albeit with the man of the goals, and then obviously the red card, no excuses from that.
I'm guessing the most frustrating thing for you is at times that wasn't a Rovers team that you recognise.
No, but the game turns into that. The biggest challenge as a man and a person, any human being, is to stay true to yourself in difficult times. And two set pieces which were almost identical in that first half, and then we lost our way. We tried as hard as we possibly could just to regroup and reset, made a couple of changes at half time, but unfortunately the goals turned it into it was already a painful second half, but it might have been something special. You never know in football, but it turned into a really painful second half, and we never were able to get to the space on that pitch, even more so with 10 men.
So it was a good start, but is it extra frustrating that it was two set-piece goals that unlocked you, especially after defending admirably against them, against Barnsley?
Yes. Look, defensively we've been relatively strong this season. Going into this game we conceded four goals, and then they've all come at once today. But that set piece aspect, that was a real weakness today. We didn't get there first, we didn't get there second. The ball was landing in around our 6-yard box. We've got some good size in there. We've got good personnel. We'll have to really identify not who was at fault, because it's always a manager's responsibility, but who was thinking the right thing in that moment. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get away from that defensive fragility of those two moments, and then second half, uncharacteristic mistakes. But that was where the whole team went. We can say Josh should have done better for the third and fourth goal, but the whole team were making those mistakes.
You mentioned that second half. Is it just frustrating that you could never really get going after the break?
Well, we never got hold of the ball for long enough. Never got enough field position. Like I say, sometimes it was, at half time it was almost too big a change to say let's kick and chase for the first 10 minutes of that half, but that's what we asked them to do, because that's what the game needed, just so we were in the right position and played a bit of football in their half. And then we did that from a goal kick, and then we threw one backwards and passed it backwards and sideways, and they jumped out on the press. And like I say, there was no conviction in that moment and understanding of what we felt was needed just to give us a bit of comfort in the game. And then all of a sudden the second half starts as badly as the first half ended, and you just end up chasing the game. And against a good attacking team, when you're open as a team, my biggest frustration is, like you say, the identity started to go within the team.
And Josh has made plenty of really good saves and has clean sheets this season, and I guess he's got credit in the bank, but how frustrating for him really that after plenty of good saves in the first half, that mistake just maybe gets the game out of distance.
Yeah, look, Josh is a quality keeper, but he's young and he'll learn from today, and he'll come back in hopefully a better condition and a better shape. Sometimes you've got to go through a little bit of pain to get to where you want to do in terms of your career. He's been outstanding for us. He's gained us enough points to have more than enough credit in the bank for us to accept today it wasn't just him. Look, the brunt of it lies with myself as manager, but there were so many individual moments in that game where, I call it uncharacteristic. That's what the feel of it turns into.
Like you say, final one for me, an uncharacteristic type of defeat. Is this the sort of game that you draw a line under and move on from Monday, or look at something else?
Yeah, you have to learn from it. We have to, because we have to have probably a better plan in place for the first couple of moments which went against us, and then when we are behind at home and there's a greater expectation and a greater pressure. Pressure does funny things to people, especially young people and young footballers in the game. So we maybe need a quicker or stronger default and a better understanding of that. That's always my responsibility as manager. But then you don't want to come away from your playing style too soon, just because a goal goes against you. But we will be behind in home games this season. What can't happen is what happened today.
So plenty of lessons then.
Yes, plenty of lessons, not nice ones, but like I say, it's always pretty raw after a defeat at home like that in front of your home fans. But like I say, the way we just couldn't handle the game as the game went on was a shock to the system, and now's not the time for apologies, but that's a young group and I'll support them through it and I'll take that responsibility for that. But there will be a little bit of soul searching and understanding at the start of this week, and then a lot of hard work on the training ground going into next weekend. But as high as we were after the last couple of home games, we will get low, and rightly so, but we'll also understand where we're at.